All right. So thank you again, once again. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. My name is Imri Nasution. I am presenting tonight along with my my business partner, Boss Faz, who will be presenting the second half of this presentation tonight. So tonight, we will be presenting to you a business opportunity with Think Quran. So a little bit about myself. My name is Imri Nasution again. I am actually a filmmaker. So I do films, I direct. In fact, I am currently in the midst of pre-production. Pre-production is where we do all our scripting, all our casting and everything like that. So my previous work include shows like Oh My English, Liar, Golan Ginchu. And yeah, I'll be starting shoot very soon. So as a filmmaker, I find it time is so much it's so precious, right? So I have to make do with time as best as I can. And as a Muslim, I do my best to be close to the Quran. And I am very, very fortunate to have found Think Quran, which has helped me to be closer to Quran, to understand the Quran easier. And I'd like to invite all of you here to, join into this venture, into learning Quran, at the same time spreading the way to learn Quran and making an income out of it, right? So so that's a little bit about myself. I will of course go through the presentation and add a bit about how I use the app for how I use the app. Yeah. All right, so without much further ado, let me start the presentation. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So we are here to invite you. So we are here to invite you to join us together in this business proposal, this business opportunity, where we spread the word of the Quran through AI technology. All right. So here's the scenario that we have right now. The Quran is the most read and most memorized book in the world, right? However, many of us read but do not understand the words within the Quran. That includes someone like me. I read very slow and I don't understand the words within the Quran if I do not read the tafsir, right? So that's my scenario. And most of us are in this scenario as well. Here we are trying to solve this situation, right? So do they not reflect on the Quran? Had it not been from anyone other than Allah, they would have certainly found it in many many inconsistencies. So Surah An-Nisa verse 82, it tells us that we are meant to understand and learn the Quran fully, right? So as a Muslim myself, I am trying to find a way for me to understand the Quran and to be closer to the Quran. And when I realized every time I'm reading, I don't understand. So I've been trying to figure out what was the way that I can get closer. And Alhamdulillah, I found Think Quran. So in the world today, we have roughly 2 billion Muslims, and this number is increasing. This has been the latest count since 2022. So we've got 2 billion Muslims in the world today. However, out of 2 billion Muslims, only 400 million understand Arabic. Therefore, when they read the Quran, they could probably understand the words of the Quran. Only 400 million. Now we have a 1.6 billion market, or 1.6 billion humans, Muslims, who can read the Quran but does not understand the words of the Quran. Now that is a huge global market. That is a market that we can tap. That is a market that we are trying to help bring them closer to understanding the words of the Quran. Now we have now the vision that we have right now is targeting 100 million people to understand the Quran language. So we're not targeting that 1.6 billion. We are just going to target 100 million out of 1.6 billion. So, right? So the 100 million might sound a lot, but actually in Indonesia alone, we have 200 million Muslims in Indonesia alone, the biggest Muslim nation in the world, right? So in Indonesia alone, we would have so many of our brothers and sisters who read the Quran but do not understand the language of the Quran. So our vision together in Think Quran is to get 100 million people to understand the words of the Quran, inshallah. What is the company that brought us this technology? So the company that brought us this technology is called Think Awesome Sendirian Berhad. This is an IT company that focuses on education technology. They are an MSc status company with ISO certification. That number 3, Sharia compliancy. So before developing Think Quran, they had got their Sharia compliancy certificate, because we do not want any discrepancy when we are talking about Quran. MashaAllah. Right? And then we have the Malaysian Book of Records. Think Awesome has developed an app before this where it had 700,000 users in Malaysia alone. Therefore, they were given the Malaysian Book of Records for app that is most used by Malaysians. We have the Apikta and Witsa, which are both IT awards for IT companies. These are international awards. SME 100 awards in 2021. And most recently, Brand Laureate Award, right? For distinguished brand, Think Quran. So this is a company that really understands what it's doing. They have been developing apps for education, and now they are developing an app for the global market, where we will together spread the words of the Quran, inshallah. So, Think Quran runs on network marketing. So we are certified. We have Direct Sales Act license. So there's nothing to be worried about for that. And we have certified Sharia compliancy, where everything in the business has been strictly monitored, from the product, from the way it's, from the subscription, from the product distribution, right down to the bonuses. Everything has been critically observed and has been approved Sharia compliant. Alhamdulillah. So, coming back to how this app was built. So, the company has developed a system and researched how many words were there in the Quran. So, I never knew this, that in the Quran there are 77,429 words. And out of 77,000 words, the words are constantly repeated. And if we know only 1,000 words, we understand 80% of the Quran. So we do not need to understand 77,000 words. We only need to understand 1,000 words. And when we understand 1,000 words, that's 80% of the Quran. So this has been some of the research that has been put into making Think Quran. Now we go to some examples here. There are 4 words here. Fi, meaning in. Allazi, meaning which. Sama means sky. And min means from. Now just these 4 words, do you know how many times these 4 words are repeated in the Quran? That's 6,600 times repeated in the Quran. This just blew my mind. Just 4 words, 6,679 times. And this is equivalent to 9.1% of the Quran. So just by knowing 4 words, we will understand, inshallah, 9% of the Quran. So wouldn't that be wonderful? So when I first tried Think Quran, I went like, oh my gosh, this is the way forward, right? And it's so easy. It's so intuitive. So these are some of the research that has been done to develop Think Quran. What is Think Quran? Think Quran is an app that is designed to help its users learn the words of the Quran in the most intuitive manner possible. All right, we only need to spend 15 minutes a day on the app. 15 minutes a day. So like for me, for example, I spend not entirely just 15 minutes straight. I spend like 3 minutes, another 4 minutes, and then another 5 minutes. So that's 15 minutes a day. In fact, that's the best way forward, right? And inshallah, within 6 months, spending 15 minutes a day, we will get to understand 80% of the Quran. We do not need any basic Arabic language because we do not need to we do not need to have any basic Arabic language knowledge because there is the phonics button in Think Quran. So Think Quran will help us using phonics to understand the words that is shown on the screen. It is applicable to various age groups. So I've tried it on my nephew. He's 5 years old. So he was very fast. I'm 45 right now. I find it very intuitive, very easy. The user interface is very easy. And I've witnessed a 73-year-old who's used Think Quran as well. It is super intuitive. So the app is very simple. The benefits of Think Quran, it is easy. We learn from short lessons. So every module only teaches us 5 words, 3 words, and that's it. It's very easy. It's not daunting. It's simple, it's fast, and it is in small caps, in small little lessons, right? It is effective because it focuses on the most oftenly repeated words in the Quran. So it doesn't try to teach us Arabic language, it teaches us the most repeated words in the Quran. For example, the word like kul huwallah, kul a'udzu birabbin nas. So kul is repeated, and those are the words that it will be teaching us. Quick mastery, active recall through repetition and drill practices, right? So whenever we repeat the lessons, because it is an AI, it will understand and track our ability to learn. And if I am not strong on certain words, those are the words that Think Quran will continuously teach me, right? So here is the price that we have to pay for the app. It's 399 ringgit. It is not a subscription. It is a one-time payment, right? Like for lifetime. So 399 ringgit. But this is buying directly from the company. Now, this is where we are going to invite you to be a part of this community, because by being a Quran Center owner, we will be able to sell to people at a discounted price of 299 ringgit. Now, I have been using Think Quran to learn for myself, but now I can share and I can sell it to anyone at a discounted price. I feel good about doing that. I feel so happy that I am sharing this with a discounted price. So that I am a Think Quran owner. I am a Quran Center owner. So the best of you, this is Sahih al-Bukhari. So the Prophet Muhammad was once asked, whom among us are the best, is the best? And the Prophet answered, the best of you are those who learn the Quran and teach it to others. So I couldn't teach the Quran. I am here to learn the Quran. But mashallah, when I found Think Quran, I am learning and I am helping to spread the learning to others. That I don't know what I can't imagine. I'm like, at this age, at this time, when I am trying to learn, I suddenly realized that I can also help others to learn just as I am learning. MashaAllah. So I feel very happy to be in this community, in the Think Quran community. And I am so eager to get you on board as well. So here is the business opportunity. So we are looking at a global affiliate network business, right? So Think Quran, because it is a web-based app, we are going global. We are going international. We are going everywhere around the world, right? Because this, you can't find the same app anywhere else. You can try and find it, but no, it's not as intuitive as Think Quran. I've tried. Okay, take it from me. I've tried. So here are some brand affiliates. These are brands that have recognized Think Quran. University of Malaya now actually has a short course teaching words of Quran using Think Quran. And once we complete the short course, we will get a certificate from University of Malaya stating that we have learned 80% of the words of the Quran. MashaAllah. PPIM is the Islamic user of Malaysia. So they have recognized that Think Quran is a product by Muslims, for Muslims, and useful for everyone. So they recognize Think Quran. We've got Al-Zah Sharia, Denaihati Network, Jamiah of Singapore, NGO, and we have also been featured in prominent news agencies in Malaysia, mashallah. So, first of all, this is a high retail profit business. This is the first bonus when we're doing Think Quran. So for every Think Quran app that we are selling, we shall make 79 ringgit. Right? For every app that we're selling, we make 79 ringgit. And how are we selling this app? We just have to send our customers the QR code. So for whoever that receives the QR code, they can buy the app from the QR code and instantly we will get 79 ringgit. So as a Quran Center owner, I can send out a QR code like this to my friend. And once my friend says, oh, I love this, you just have to buy it. He will just have to buy it from the QR code. And I will get 79 ringgit immediately. So 79 ringgit is actually a retail profit of roughly 23%. That's super high. I run a production company and I also do retailing for film equipments. I think my film equipment retail profit is roughly about 13%. In Think Quran, I get more than 20%. So I am happy to be doing this business. Other than retail profit, we also have other bonuses. These are the first, introducer bonus. Now, because we are going global, this is a business that we cannot do alone. We will have to do it in a jama'ah, right? We will have to try and find our partners in trying to spread the words to as many people as possible, because this is a system to learn the words of the Quran in the simplest and most intuitive manner. But we're going global. We cannot do it alone. So we will have to find our partners. So when I introduce it to my partners, I'll need to have 4 people, 4 friends who believe in this and get them on board. For every partner I introduce, I will get an introducer bonus. And this happens instantly, immediately, right? Next is team development bonus. Now, I have my 40 members. So I will help develop my 40 members. And once they are developed, I will get a team. We will all get a team development bonus that is counted every week, right? We will have a team development bonus delivered to us every week. Next, executive mentor bonus. When my team has developed and I've introduced more people to become more successful, I will get an executive mentor bonus. We can get an executive mentor bonus every month, right? So now you can see that we're all trying to help everyone succeed. The objective is to get everyone to succeed. And finally, we also have the car bonus, which starts at 1,800 ringgit monthly. right? So once we achieve a certain target, a certain rank, we will get car bonus starting from 1,800 ringgit all the way to 15,000 ringgit. And this is monthly. If we achieve that target every month, then every month we will get 1,800, 1,800, 1,800. So there are so many bonuses in Think Quran. You see here, there are 4. And remember, there is also the retail value of 79 ringgit for every app that we sell. This is also this is such an unfair business as well, because we have such an unfair business advantage. First of all, we have a free reseller academy system. So the reseller academy system is it's a website where we can track our entire business, right? We can track the sales, we can make your QR code, we can track our users, we can do so many things. Everything is in the reseller academy system. It is like a payment gateway. You have an e-wallet there. Everything is done there, right? So I, as a company owner, I don't have a system as comprehensive as the reseller academy system. I was so envious when I got this, but and at the same time, I'm like shell-shocked, because how did I get this for free for my business, right? No product restock required, right? So because everything is online, all we need to do is deliver the QR code. That's it. We don't need to stock the item in our place. We don't need to send it over to the customer. Nothing like that. Everything is done online, right? QR code only. Zero overhead cost, because the overhead is whatever we spend. I don't have a staff with me to do my Think Quran business. I don't need an office. Actually, I can be anywhere. So it really depends on how we are spending our time. Low risk, correct. So this is a low risk business, because as you can see just now, we have a 1.6 billion global market. 1.6 billion people global market. And so many of us are searching. At this moment, we are all looking to understand the words of the Quran, and we want to be closer to the Quran. So, mashallah, this is going to be a low-risk business, because everyone is looking for it. There's not enough supply, and we are supplying it to a global market. Potential income of up till 100,000 ringgit weekly. Because we are targeting global, because we're going global, this 100,000 ringgit weekly is not a dream. It is a reality. Flexible time and scalable to the global market. Exactly. So because we're going globally, because we're scaling to the global market, so we can work on a flexible time. So if my partners are in UK, I can work on UK time. It's okay. This business doesn't stop. Free marketing tool and support system. Mashallah, this one is the most amazing part. The support system, because we are a community. In Think Quran, we are a community with one drive, is to get 100 million people to understand the words of the Quran. And when we have this drive, mashallah, we are all helping each other. That is the beauty of it. I can't thank my leader enough for inviting me into this business, where every minute I am hearing and I'm discussing about the Quran. Mashallah. Right. So these are projected income potential. Right. So these are projected income potential. You will see the actual income later, presented by my friend and partner, Boss Fast, shortly. So how do we make this income? Let's say we sell 2 products monthly and we introduce 4 partners, as I've mentioned just now. We get 4 partners and we sell 2 products monthly. In the first 3 months, inshallah, we will get 3,000 ringgit per month. In the next year, we will get 10,000 ringgit. In 2 years, 25,000 ringgit monthly. 3 years, 50,000, and the 5th year, 100,000 ringgit monthly by selling 2 products monthly and introducing 4 partners. This is actually a safe projected income. It's actually safe. Now, I've seen and I've witnessed that they can make more than what was projected there. And how do we get started? Actually, all we need to do is to start our own Quran center. And how do we start a Quran center? Spend 1,100 ringgit to get 5 apps. We are buying 5 apps and immediately we are already a business owner. We are already a Quran center owner. 5 apps. So we are buying 5 apps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At 1,100 ringgit. But hold on, just now it was 299 ringgit. Yes, correct. So if we are buying 5 one go, we are getting it at a discounted price of 1,100 ringgit. So I bought 5. I gave 1 to my wife. I gave 1 to my sister. I gave 1 to some, you know, I just need, because Think Quran works individually, each app will track our own individual progress. So everyone needs 1 Think Quran. So once I bought 5, I already own a business. Now the retail value of 5 is 1,495 ringgit. So if we get to sell all 5, we have already covered our initial investment of 1,100 ringgit. And we get everything. We get the free reseller academy. We get we get into the community. We also get 500 RPV. My partner will explain the 500 RPV, inshallah. However, the apps have a lifespan of 6 months. After 6 months, the app will automatically be considered void. So we will need to sell the 5 apps. Once it's sold, yes, the user can use it for a lifetime. If it's not sold, it has a 6-month lifespan period. Okay, so I will end my presentation here and I will hand over to my partner, Boss Faz, from this point onwards. I apologize for any hiccups from my presentation. I hope it has been very clear. And so I will hand it over to Boss Faz, inshallah. Hold on.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear brothers and sisters. Thank you so much, Boss Imri, for that wonderful explanation of the first part of our session tonight. Alhamdulillah. So just to recap of what Boss Imri had mentioned. Oh, before I go on further, let me just introduce myself briefly. My name is Faiza, also known as Faz amongst my friends and family. So yes, you may call me Faz. I am here from Petaling Jaya, specifically Kota Damansara. So I'm just within the vicinity with many of you here. Been with the corporate scene for some years in the past, but shifted my focus into to looking after my family and doing other businesses. And now a full-time thinker and entrepreneur, which I'm very, very excited about and completely happy with what I'm doing now. So, right, so just moving along. Yes, thank you so much, Boss Imri, again, for that wonderful explanation. So just to recap, we've covered, just to retrack a little bit, we covered about the company. You've seen the company and its accolades and its success stories, the certifications that we have achieved. And of course, the most important is the product, the app itself, that is run by artificial intelligence technology, the latest technology that will help us not just learn the words in the Quran, but also remember. This is the unique part, AI. And I understand, and I do reiterate what Boss Imri mentioned, that this is the one of its kind in the world, because I have seen few and nothing matches like Think Quran. So, and also, of course, now that we've got a great product, the market, who are we You know, who are we sharing this to? Who are we marketing this to? Of course, it's the whole entire Muslim population, which is currently growing, as we see by the day, you know, as what's going on in the world, more and more people are embracing the religion. Alhamdulillah, we are so happy. So more people are picking up the Quran and learning and reading and reading the tafsir. You know, I'm sure you've seen that going around a lot. And so, you know, what more? You know, we've got the surah in An-Nisa, Allah commanding us to learn, you know, not just to read, which most of us do read and memorize, but not many. Actually, I think more than 90% still do not understand what is the meaning of the words in the Quran. And therefore, this method is the answer to this problem. And this is why this is going to be so revolutionary. And by the way, I called Boss Imri as boss, just in case you've been wondering. Boss means, it's an acronym that doesn't really mean that it is we're big and mighty or anything like that, but it stands for be of service to success. Yes, so once you come on board, that is our commitment for everybody within the team to reach success, you know, reach and really boost up the economy, well-being of the Muslims in general. Right. Okay, so back to the slides, okay? We've covered here, I'm continuing from Boss Imri. How do we get started? Okay, so this is it. How do we now then get started with Think Quran? First and foremost, you have to register yourself as a Quran Center owner. At a minimum, one Quran Center where you're actually only buying 5 apps, okay? And it has a retail value of 1,495 and you're only paying 1,100. So you're already almost making 400 ringgit profit just by selling 5 apps. And wow, what business can, you know, is so easy as such, which you don't really have to stock up and you know, there's nothing else for you to worry about. So this is it, okay? How you get started. Now, then, so how do we go about it? Once you have a Quran Center, what do you do, right? So here we have a formula. We want to share with you with Think Quran. You don't have to crack your head. You don't have to invent any wheel or whatsoever, or try your own, what you've done in the past. Please, just, you know, put that at the back of your mind. That is just the experience that you've gained. Now start fresh. When you come with Think Quran, these are the 4 steps you just need to remember, memorize, and mandatory. This is like your blueprint, okay? Your blueprint to success. Now, these 4 steps are very, very simple. All you have to do is, of course, register yourself as a Quran Center owner, either 1, 3, or 7. We'll talk more about the 3 and the 7, why we feel that the 3 and 7, of course, is the best because it optimizes your income potential. And of course, use the product. You know, you yourself have got to be the ambassador of Think Quran and start learning, use it, enjoy it, and really feel the difference that you are experiencing. And you know, these are the kalimah, you know, the kalimah of Allah. The words in the Quran are blessings, are lots of blessings indeed. And so as you are learning, you will see changes within yourself, and that will be really, really, trust me, remarkable and really mind-blowing for all of us. And therefore really enjoy it. As you are enjoying it, you then share, of course. I mean, you don't want to keep this for yourself, because at the end of the day, this is the Quran, and we have 1.6 billion Muslims that is growing to share this with, right? So once you're enjoying it, you want to share it to people. Now, who do you want to share it with? So you want to share it with the key people who are the closest to you, people who trust you, people who, you know, your family, people who you're so excited to share this really revolutionary thing, you know, this amazing discovery, this life-changing, I kid you not, it is life-changing. And we are all on that journey right now. And all you need to do is think of these 20 people and start introducing them to your leader. Who is your leader? The leader is, your leader would be the person who introduced you to this session tonight. For instance, I've seen some names. We do have some of our brothers from overseas. I'm so happy to welcome everyone here. I noticed, say, for instance, Brother Rasdeen, who is, if I'm not mistaken, from Cape Town. Say, for instance, you know, you your leader would be Azmi. So, you know, you have a friend called John, and, you know, you say, hey, you know, Boss Azmi, this is John. John, this is Boss Azmi. They meet up, have an ice-breaking session, and then introduce them to one of these sessions that we have going on just like this, that we have 3 times every day. Amazing, right? I mean, what business gives you that support for 3 times a day, a business session like this, for you to just invite your friends to come on board? So that's all you do. And then the 4th thing is to duplicate. So as you are seeing how your leader is undertaking and growing his team, you do exactly the same thing, so that your team members who are with you, you know, as you're growing a team, they follow you exactly the same thing as well. These 4 simple steps: keep learning, keep inviting people, show them this amazing product, because we have one person, because if you are not on board, there will still be so many people that will come on board with us, and of course introduce it to a leader. And so that is how we then duplicate and grow. And what Boss Imri mentioned just now about scalable globally, so that is it, that basically everything will just compound and expand and grow, and you'll just see amazing things happen, right? So we'd like to share with you some really success stories from some of our amazing personalities in Think Quran so far. How do they succeed? By just following those 4 simple steps. And they register the strategy, which is where we're going to touch with you, which is the 3 Quran centers or the 7 Quran centers. Now, for a start, for example, here we have Boss Erma Yanti, a night market seller, right? So a night market seller. Boss Erma Yanti is an amazing, colorful personality. She's so vibrant, mashallah. You know, I love hearing her speak all the time. Very, very inspiring, because she runs so many other businesses, not just Think Quran. You know, she still does her ayam penyet, which is, you know, of food. She cooks and she sells food at the market, and yet does Think Quran on a full-time basis. You know, that is a very, you know, food business is no joke. You know, I think, you know, it takes it's very time consuming. You know, you need to stock up ingredients and stuff like that, but she makes time for Think Quran because she believes in this mission, right? So she earned, this is what she benefited last month, almost 6,000 ringgit, right, in November. All right, next we have Kaya Global, just like me, a housewife, right? I'm beginning to really, really love being at home, especially nowadays. And see, we can also run our business in the comfort of our own home, learn the Quran, you know, increase our knowledge with the Quran and understanding, and then generate income. Amazing. And she, just being at home, she managed to earn more than 7,000 ringgit last month. Right, so yes, Kaya Global is a very popular personality here in Think Quran, and yes, indeed, she will be venturing globally, I'm sure. Right, next we have Sahabat At-Taqwa, an institution of a religious school. You know, having a school is also lots of work, having to have high capital and start and run the business. But as they've and as she realizes and discovers Think Quran, she's actively involved, and just by sharing Think Quran with her students and the family and the people around them, she earned more than 11,000 ringgit in November. Right? So yes, you see, working capital was hundreds when they were having to run the school. But now with Think Quran, it's almost zero, because you're really not having to have any capital. It's just the initial capital of purchasing the pins, which you will be selling anyways, and make profit from it as well. So yes, so absolutely almost no risk. So we call it low risk. Next, we have here Haji Ramalan. There we go. See, we have so many different kinds of background think Quran, and they are all on their journey, on the life-changing journey to succeed in this business, and actually, promoting this vision and really living up to the sunnah, and also to spread this so more and more people will come on board and become Quran centers owners, and as well as learning the Quran. So more people. So Haji Ramalan is a private sector retiree. See, he's a retiree. He probably doesn't need to actually start a business, but he believes in Think Quran and its purpose and its mission, and he is so committed, and he says that if he can do this as a retiree, then you can do 100 times more. Yes, truly believe, he really doesn't have to, but this is the da'wah. This is what everybody is. It's goodness, right? It's lots of hair that comes in this business, and so he wants to also have a part in it, a share in the hair as well. And just by doing that, he earned 11,840 in November. Right, next we have freelance Islamic motivator, a very popular Islamic motivator speaker in Malaysia here, Ustaz Muhsin Ahmad, who actually is very well versed in the Arabic language, being an Al-Azhar graduate. He wants to spread this. He's got, yes, Arabic background, but he also wants so many other people to benefit from this. And he says, if you want your style to be up to date, make sure your iman too is upgraded. Indeed, of course, we must always rethink and check on our iman level. How are we doing as day goes, so this thing Quran, you're in the community and you're surrounded with people who are always reminding you of wonderful advices and reminders of with our akhirah, and about getting close to the religion and Quran. So this is just an amazing community to be part of. And by doing so, just by being here and spreading this and doing the business and following those 4 steps, Ustad Muhsin earned more than 43,000 in November alone. And this is by just joining Think Quran just a little bit over a year. Okay, as we were launched in June officially, but it has started operation before that. And so this is just in a little over a year. Now, last but not least, this is our board of leader, right? Tuan Fakor Razi, also very well known as Boss Bob. Now, being an oil and gas engineer, a very high-flying position, I'm sure we all know oil and gas industry pays a lot of money, but it also takes a lot of your time out from your family. So he decided to leave and join Think Quran, because with Think Quran, he can spread the hair, he benefits from it, and he's able to even, run the business from home. So he doesn't have to be away from his family. So he has that time freedom. And his motto here is courage and passion is a currency to success. So it is not experience, it is not know-how or know-who. You don't need any technical knowledge. You don't need to know anything about AI per se. You don't need to know anything about finance or accounting, just your passion. And this is where I hope we've been able to actually instill a little bit of some kind of need as we go through the sunnah and this ayah, the commandment of Allah, and as we are embracing the app and learning the Quran, the company is offering us a wonderful, wonderful remuneration plan where we can make life-changing opportunities and grab, make, mind-blowing amounts of money. As you can see here, yes, it is mind-blowing for Boss Bob here, accumulated income since August of last year. So it's about a year and 4 months. So he has generated 855,000, more than 855,000, alhamdulillah, by just sharing this, by encouraging people to learn the Quran, and so that's how we want, this is what we want for the Muslim community to be very economically and financially healthy as we go through a very difficult time in many parts of the world, here included in Malaysia as well. So this is really, I see this as a gift for Muslims to grab. It's just amazing here. So let me just run with you here how these personalities, the success stories, making lots and lots of income, how you can double up income by adding Quran Center. So this is how they registered their strategy within Quran. The first one is purchasing 15 apps. Now, the first, just now Boss Imri mentioned to you the 5 apps. That gives you only 1 Quran Center, but you are entitled to a link which you can share and start making money, correct? But if you want to maximize your income potential, you want to consider this very seriously, getting 15 apps, which will give you 3 Quran Centers for free. And which you will have then, say for instance, we have here, all right, Boss Imran. So if Boss Imran takes up 3 Quran Centers, he will have Imran 1, Imran 2, and Imran 3, all under the same name, but having 3 branches. So by purchasing it still at 220 ringgit each, times 15, that is 3,300, but a retail value of 4,485. So if you were to sell it at retail, that is how much you will make, right? So that gives you 3 Quran Centers. Now, Boss Imri also mentioned just now an average picture of how your business would look like if you were to have, as we, out of the 20 names that we mentioned just now in the 4 steps, out of that 20 names, we want 4 people just like you who wants to live up to this mission, who wants to be part of this venture, of this, this life-changing opportunity. Just 4 people. So you have, Imran would have sponsored, registered A, B, C, and D, right? So these are leaders A, B, C, and D, and helping and guiding them to each make 1,000 ringgit, right? So that will bring for Imran 2 and 3, 2,000 ringgit each, right? And therefore, for Imran 1, we'll get 4,000, and it will give you an accumulated, income of 8,000 ringgit. Okay, so that is how you can double up your income. And according to the Sharia compliancy, this is the maximum number of Quran Centers that you can have, right? So you can have 7. This is the max, and this is of course like Boss Bob and Ustad Muhsin Ahmad. This is what they went for. This is what they registered. They registered 7 Quran Centers, and by just purchasing 35 apps, again at the same price of 220 ringgit, right? A retail value of 10,400, a total initial capital of 7,700, and he gets 7 branches. So you just imagine having 3 or 1 branch of, say, a restaurant, you have 7. So wouldn't this be more profitable? Because the amount of work that you have to do is actually still the same, right? because, you know, as you still need to, say, purchase products, ingredients, and capital and things like that, by just having, with the same amount, with the same number of activities and the same effort, you can maximize your income potential, right? So this is the picture how it would look if you were to register as 7 Quran centers. So you will have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H, and helping and guiding them to make 500 ringgit each. All right, we're talking about here the team development bonus that Boss Imri mentioned, and that's just one of the bonus, right? So this is not the other, the introducer bonus or the executive bonus. This is just the team development bonus, which means that, you know, you still have the opportunity to make more than what we illustrating here. So back just now, we say we have Imran 2. So you have the seven Quran centers that Imran has registered. That's Imran. So Imran 2 and Imran 3 would make Imran 4, 5, 6, and 7 will make 1,000 ringgit each, and therefore that's the compounding effect that Imran 2 and 3 will enjoy as well, getting 2,000 ringgit each, and that brings Imran 1 to 4,000, and therefore accumulated income of 12,000 ringgit just for that month, and that is just one bonus. Okay, so this is simple. All right, we're giving here you in a nutshell here. These are the packages, and this is how you can register and join Think Quran by choosing any of these packages. Of course, if you want to do this as a business, the executive and the elite business and the elite package will give you the maximum amount of income, because it says here the income potential is capped at 300,000 weekly for 3 Quran centers and 700,000 weekly limit for 7 Quran centers, right? So this is the maximum you can earn, but we're talking here about weekly. And of course, the family, of course, you still can earn, as you can also have your unique link. But these are for people who would like to share this with their family. You know, they just want to share the apps, and they may want to just be users here and there. Not so serious, but the serious people who, if they see this potential, they see this, how big Think Quran will grow. I could really, really recommend the 3 or the 7 Quran Center, right? So, all right, we have here coming up before we end. Actually, I would like to just share this with you that, you know, next week on the 24th of December, we are having a session like this, but live, right? It'll be done offline at University Islam Antarabangsa, the International Islamic University in Gombak. So it's called the BOP Mega. It's the first time we're having one like this. So we encourage all of you, and, you know, please invite all your potential business partners to come and join. So if you are interested, go and get in touch with your leaders. If you're lucky, you probably can get the early bird prices, but if not, yes, we have the normal price is still available, inshallah. So this is going to be really, really big. We're very excited. Everyone's looking forward to seeing and meeting everyone here. So for the first time ever, we're going to have this. So inshallah, we'll be seeing, hopefully we get to see some of you here tonight at this BOP Mega. Right, so there we go. We have ended our presentation tonight. So my question to you, are you ready to join us on this mission of 100 million people understand the Quran language, right? So this is a very, very Alhamdulillah, a noble mission. You know, this is a lifetime opportunity. This is a golden opportunity. This is a gift that we are offering all of you here. And we really, really want to invite you to come and join us on board seriously as we are spreading the system for people to get closer to the Quran and having miracles change, you know, miracles change in their lives. They also get to increase, they get to become more financially stable, you know, as we go, because it is very, very, you know, we know that we need to be financially sound. We as Muslims, especially, we must, and this is the opportunity. This is the one thing that will, inshallah, make it big. And I've seen, you know, my dear brothers and sisters, I've seen other businesses, you know, you know, the support system that we have here is just amazing. I cannot stress enough how amazing, and I'm just so at awe still, you know, and very inspiring how the community and how the leaders support all of us as a team to succeed, and they sincerely do. And you want to be amongst people like this who are always reminding you of the religion, of the Quran, and you know, at the end of the day, we want to also increase our iman, right? So like Ustaz Musin mentioned, so we want to increase, and this is one of the ways. As we increase our economic potential, we are also increasing our iman. So there we go. I leave you with this. Of course, start everything with Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Do act now. This is a wonderful, like I said, this is amazing. You know, trust me, try the app, contact the person who introduced you to this session and thank them, and just register 1307, like I said. So I leave you with this surah, which says, once you have decided, then rely upon Allah. Indeed, Allah loves those who rely upon Him. Of course, we're dealing with it. You can't go wrong. We're dealing with the holy book to get people closer to the Quran, and inshallah, Allah will bless your journey. Thank you so much for your time and spending your precious night with us. Inshallah, alhamdulillah. Wonderful to meet all of you. Hopefully we'll see all of you again. So with that, I'd like to end this session with Tasbih Kifara in Surah Al-As. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and have a wonderful night, everyone.
Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.